Good morning, everybody. Myself, Praveen Shankar Reddy, 8th SEM Department of Computer Science, KIT, and the topic for my today's presentation of technical seminar is Content Delivery Network. Before going deeply into the content, I'm going to explain some of the overview of. Let's check out the overview of today's topic. So basically, first I'm going to briefly introduce the Content Delivery Network and then some of single central web server versus CDN components and block diagram of CDN architecture and distribution, the major components of the CDN, techniques used by this Content Delivery Network and CDN usages, common CDN providers. So let me explain the introduction. Content Delivery Network is a network of servers hosted by a service provider in multiple locations of the world, so that those content can be accessed by the consumer or the user wherever he is in his place from his current location. A content delivery network consists of two components majorly. The one is origin server and another one is the cache server. The origin server is nothing but where the content is to be distributed over internet is originally stored, and next the cache server is where the content is duplicated and then can be accessed from anywhere from its location of the consumers. So next is there is generally one origin server and many cache servers, so that when a consumer is requesting a particular content on the internet, it can be served by a cache server, and this cache server will be one of the nearest data centers for the consumer in its geographical area, so that the content may be easily accessible. Content delivery network has been proposed to maximize bandwidth, improve accessibility, and maintain correctness through content replication. With CDNs, content is distributed to cache servers located close to users and resulting in a fast, reliable applications and web service for all the users. Here is a single central web server versus content delivery network. Look, observing this into this diagram, we can say that only a one central web server can't do can't provide access for all the users or customers around the globe. So to overcome this problem, content delivery network is used. In this diagram, so many data centers or servers are replicated with the origin server in order to give access for the users or consumers. And this is the block diagram of content delivery network, where we can see that origin server is in one location and many of the cache servers are at different locations. In the content delivery network, the origin server is distributed over the internet. This can be in customer network or a part of the content delivery network. Cache servers located across various parts of the globe. They, they provide access for the users. And the main thing of this content delivery network is this architecture, where it consists of various parts. The first part is the publisher. A publisher is nothing but a provider of data to the consumers. They uses the service of the network. And next comes the authorize. Authorize means nothing but the publisher should has to give some permission for the delivery of a particular data. And report. Report is nothing but the publisher requesting for statistics on the service provided by the network. The publisher provides an original copy of the data to the network. Here the data is nothing but whatever the websites or something, any content, means data can be anything, a piece of digital information that the publisher has created or licensed to distribute for the consumers or the users is nothing but data. This data has to be requested by the users or consumers. Until and unless this request comes from the user cannot access the data. Next is the delivery and the subscriber. Delivery is nothing but the network provides the consumer with the data or the content so that subscriber can access the data. Next, the CDN is distributed And as it can be seen in this picture, the CDN distribution, I'm going to explain now about the CDN distribution. For example, if any or CDN distribution companies like Akamai, the original server is stored, if the original server is stored in like northern part of America, and rest of the many other servers can be stored in South America, Europe, and in Asia, so and so on. So what happens is the origin server is mainly used for the content storage of the original content, and rest of the CDN servers, what they do is they just store the information like a replication of the content. In this part, the content replication happens like when CDN company installs thousands of servers throughout the internet on larger data centers or close to users. CDN replicates the customer's content. When provider updates the content, the CDN updates the servers. The main components of the CDN are delivery nodes, storage nodes, origin nodes, and control nodes. The delivery nodes. Delivery nodes means the primary purpose of these delivery nodes is to deliver the data to the consumer. It consists of cache, each running one or more delivery applications. These tends to be deployed as close to the edge near the consumer as possible. Next comes the storage nodes. The storage nodes, its primary purpose is for providing data to caches. And next comes the origin nodes. These are the master source for content and can be deployed within the operator's network, or more commonly within a content's owner infrastructure. Control nodes. The control node's main purpose is to host the management, routing, and monitoring the components of the CDN. Here, control nodes is able to control all the parts of the content delivery network. This will be typically the integration point of any OSS or BSS systems and network operations centers. Look at this picture. Here, the control nodes is managing all the components of the content delivery network. The storage nodes does nothing but it replicates the part of the content that has been uploaded to the server. And the main thing is the advantages of using this content delivery network. Some of the major advantages of using a CDN is as follows. So the websites can be loaded quickly whenever a user try to access any website from a remote place. So he can access it very faster. So this is the advantage of CDN. Saves a lot of bandwidth for ideal for heavy traffic websites or those with limited shared hosting accounts, and less pressure on the hosting server. Whenever a server is hosted, it has to be undergo the trafficking is so busy in this hosting server. So in order to put on less pressure on this, CDNs are used. CDNs are highly redundant as requests can be always be transferred to other servers, and hence they are almost provide 100% availability. So next, the technologies used by the CDN. This content delivery network uses some of the technologies like embedded objects, routing, pull or push technologies, etc. While the static content can be cached on the cache server to be served immediately to the consumers, we use the embedded objects or dynamic content, etc. So in order to, CDN takes advantage of this HTTP request procedure. And next, the fastest and the least congested route between the cache server and the origin server is estimated continuously. The traffic is sent to that route. Some CDNs can prioritize the interactive multimedia traffic in their network to improve the performance. CDN can use pull or push technologies or both. A pull technology requests for content from the origin server on the receipt of a request from consumers and also saves it in the process. A push technology involves origin server pushing out of all contents. A push technology is nothing but whenever a user or a customer tries to push out a website, tries to push out the content in that website. So in order to get that, he has to push a request for the server. So next, some of the common usages of CDN: downloading, streaming, static files, etc. Downloading. Large files are the best stored on a CDN. This allows users to download files faster and helps reduce the resource load on the site servers. For example, if any website host is hosted any files like huge files like more than GB, it can be stored in a content delivery network, so that can be used by user or a consumer. Streaming audio or video is a server intense process and typically uses a CDN to allow server stability. Depending on the provider, content can be streamed. However, it is important to note that not all CDN providers offer audio and video streaming. Only few of the CDN providers provide this application of streaming. Static files, similar files such as CSS files, graphics, JavaScript are ideal for CDN. These allows and load of a website servers to be reduced by offloading the tasks of the CDN. And next is some of the common CDN providers across the globe. The number one positioned CDN providers is Amazon, CloudFront, Akamai, followed by Cloudaq, Cachefly, CDN.com, Cloudflare, MaxCDN, etc. So by this, I'm going to conclude my technical seminar presentation. Thank you one and all. Thank you.